So, Pavarotti, I actually have to thank you for getting me to notice something I didn't notice before in the defense's response to the state's objection to the ICR information. So, when the state objected to the defense's motion to compel ICR 16 and the motion for sanctions, the defense replied back with this footnote, which you had mentioned in your video. So if we look at this footnote, it's really interesting because it says the state submitted Exhibit S1 to its objection as an example. And when you go down through it, then they mention that with proper procedure and protocols, that also qualifies as opinion. The lab protocols and evidence collection procedures have not been disclosed. But then further in the paragraph, it says this is a good example of how the state's disclosures related to DNA are lacking in this case. But I'm confused because Exhibit S1 is not the DNA expert. S1 and S6 are actually toxicology experts. The DNA expert, Riley Nolan from ISP, is actually Exhibit S21. So that's interesting. Did Elisa Massoth mean to say Exhibit S21 for the DNA expert? Or did she really mean S1? Because S1 is for toxicology. Toxicology would be Spokane, because that's the lab where the autopsies were done. Veena Singh, the medical examiner up in Spokane. And if that's the case, I can't imagine that the protocols for that lab weren't already submitted with the autopsy report. But at the same time, if she meant S21 for Riley Nolan, Riley already submitted where to find the lab protocols for the ISP lab under her affidavit that was submitted months ago. Let's take a look. See, Riley gave an affidavit back in July of 2023, and in her sworn affidavit, she showed where to find all the protocols for the lab. So, is Elisa Massoth referring to the toxicology expert up in Spokane, or Riley Nolan for the DNA? Because S1 is toxicology and not DNA. But yet that footnote references S1 and then goes on to mention DNA. So I'm really confused. So Elisa, can you fill us in on which one you meant it to be? And at the same time, Riley already told you where to find the protocols and the processes of the ISP lab back in July of 2023. And I can't imagine that the Spokane medical examiner, Veena Singh, wouldn't have also included protocols with where to find the toxicology experts' processes clear back when the autopsies were submitted to you. So why does this feel like you're playing games? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure a lot of you are going to say that I'm just wrong and out of my mind, and that's fine. But that footnote is very inconsistent.